My name's Anthony Rees. It's great to be here in Auckland. I had the privilege of also presenting over in India at DevOpsDays as well. So for those of you that don't know me, Anthony Rees, I work for Chef, and you can reach me on Twitter at Anthony Rees. Although I will warn you, if you do decide to follow me, it's at your own peril. I have some interesting followers that get into interesting conversations. And I will caveat with a warning. So yeah, follow at your own risk, so to speak. And for those of you that don't know what I look like, I've also included a picture of myself as well on the slides for you to be able to see. So yeah, or you can just look at me if you want, up to you. Is there anyone who's an Anthrax fan? Any Anthrax fans out there? Yes, yes. Anthrax fan here too? Oh, great. Better give you a t-shirt. All right. There you go. So I started life as a developer, spent probably about 14 years developing. And it was probably in the last 5 or 6 years of my development career before I moved over to an operations-based role because I moved across into a hardware-based vendor. But during my development days, it was interesting to see the changes that we went through. And from my personal perspective, I really loved the time when we started utilizing infrastructure as code. And as a developer, that became very empowering to me. It was empowering because I was now able to do an end-to-end build. Not only could I write the application code, but I also had the ability to stand up the infrastructure that was required to be able to program the HA proxies that I needed for load balancing, etc. And much like this photograph here of Anthrax in full flight playing, I felt very, very empowered and had the ability to delight my customers, or so I thought anyway. And it really wasn't until I changed jobs and I moved across into a hardware vendor that I realized that the operations group were now having the power to be able to start writing code. They were actually having the power to start to develop. And whilst I thought that I was having a great time when I was developing, I actually had even more fun working with operations groups and the staff there and changing their mentality and changing their patterns and showing them how to write code and seeing the look on their faces of the delight when they were able to stand up and repeatedly create infrastructure and repeatedly create frameworks for them to be able to leverage. And to me, that became even more fun. And I enjoyed it so much that I was failing to recognize that what was happening within the industry was we were actually bringing people together. Is there anyone who can name the song that Bring the Noise? Yep. Well done. Over the back there. Long throw. Long bomb. Oh, good throw. Give the man an applause. Come and see me later. I'll give you a t-shirt anyway. That was a great throw. You've got a big arm on you. So really, when Anthrax and Public Enemy came together, it was very much like developers and operations coming together. And I think that, oh, I've got more t-shirts. Excellent. Thank you, Paul. I've even got some ladies' ones as well, so feel free to answer the questions, ladies, as I work through these. But really, the metaphor here is that, yeah, they are better together. They're great together. You can watch the video clip on YouTube if you haven't seen this song. Is it fair to say it's an interesting song? Yeah, I'm not sure that, yeah, bringing rap together with very, very heavy metal is the greatest mix together, but it does work, right? It does work. But we all know that DevOps works, and that's why we're all here today. And really, that's my story in terms of how I came through the IT ranks and the two distinct areas that I worked in. And I think these three photographs really sum up the experience that I had and the feelings that I had working through those years and trying to bring delight to my customers, whether it be on the development side or whether it be on the operations side. And that's really about the focus of my topic today. And that's what I really want to call out. But of course, now we know that we've moved more into a cloud world. We're utilizing cloud more and more. And this allows us to go faster to a degree. It also enables a lot of risks to us as well. So there's many different things that we need to be able to think of. And when in a DevOps-based role, we do need to consider security. Security is an area that many of us overlook. Security is an area that many of us think about afterwards or think about after the fact. And I'm not saying rightly or wrongly. It's just that we're all busy, right? Everyone's trying to get work done. Everyone's trying to get their product out the door. Everyone's trying to meet the requirements of the business. And sometimes we forget about security. So, my topic was really around DevSecOps, yes? But I'm going to argue that my topic really, that I'm talking about today, is around structural efficiency and optimized flow. So who's a Kanban and Lean fan out there in the audience? Who's into Kanban and Lean? Yep, okay, excellent. So you probably will have heard of these two framework structures. Structural efficiency is the concept where what's the percentage that your teams or you have been working on in terms of effort for getting the product out the door as compared to the percentage of effort that you've expended on process that you have to do with your company in order to get things out the door.